Guests on Keel are heard via the Jack Spring Electric Keel Newsmaker hotline. The latest of those is the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Louisiana, Mr. Billy Nungesser. Hey, Mr. Billy, haven't had you in the new year, so Happy New Year, and welcome back to Keel. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Happy New Year to you and everyone in Louisiana. You doing good?
I saw, excellent, thank you, sir. I saw a couple of photos from this past weekend at the Shreveport Convention Center, crew of Centaur. You look snazzy in that tuxedo, my friend. What can I tell you other than James Bond should be jealous? You have a good time?
It was. Let me tell you, what a great event. And we're really excited. Mardi Gras has grown all over Louisiana. And a great example is up in Shreveport. So many great parades. I just got back from Canada, and they were asking me, do they really throw hot dogs in Mardi Gras? And I said, only in Shreveport. Can you sort of give us your Mardi Gras schedule for the next, 4 to 5 to 6 weeks? Cool.
I would imagine you're going to be the busiest man in the world, huh?
You know, we're going to have our float that we have, Louisiana Feed Your Soul. It'll be up there in Shreveport in the American Black History Parade. Then it'll be traveling south to a couple other parades, and on Mardi Gras Day, that float will be in August in Metairie. And we move that float around, and we get bloggers and writers from all over the country to ride and see what Mardi Gras is all about from a bird's eye view on top of that float. And they go back home and write about the incredible time, which helps drive more people to come to Louisiana. And since we've been promoting Mardi Gras all over Louisiana, family-friendly Mardi Gras, Shreveport, Alexandria, Lafayette, we're seeing more and more people that can afford the hotel rooms outside of New Orleans, and that it's more family-friendly, attending Mardi Gras. The numbers are incredible the last couple of years, and we continue to grow that promotion because it's really benefit communities all over Louisiana.
Billy, let me ask you that, because I'm going to do it, and I know thousands of people from Shreveport, Bossier, and that are listening to you right now will be making the trip to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. I'm going this year. I hadn't been in a few years. What are some secrets that you as the Lieutenant Governor know that when we go to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, and I love our Mardi Gras here.
Or that you as a guy from South Louisiana.
but you know, New Orleans is huge, and you know, if you hadn't been in a while, what should you know about it?
Well, you know, I tell people, and you want people to go and have a good time. You got to, in New Orleans, it's a different Mardi Gras, and you've got to prepare yourself. If you don't have to drive to the parades, don't, because the traffic is incredibly hard to get around. You could actually be stuck in traffic and miss a parade if you don't know how to get there. And it's you don't just go throw out a blanket on a neutral ground, and you know, it's very congested in downtown New Orleans. Now Metairie is a different story. Out in Metairie, you can park anywhere, walk a block or two, and catch a parade. So when you're downtown New Orleans, you really got to, wherever you're staying, make sure you have a good route to and from the parade that is safe, and you've got a predetermined place to go, because you can't just show up on Canal Street and think you're gonna relax and watch a parade. It's pretty wall-to-wall people.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, folks who are coming to Louisiana to visit, because you have these numbers, is it mostly like folks like me or Aaron who go to Shreveport to New Orleans, or is it folks from Texas or Mississippi, or, as you mentioned earlier, Canada? What are those numbers as far as tourists to the state?
Well, it's different all over Louisiana. For instance, in Shreveport, Bossier, we draw a lot of people from Texas, Arkansas. The economic impact last year was $23 million. And Shreveport received over $1.4 million in free media exposure from their Mardi Gras season. And that has a ripple effect all year. People see that on social media, and we want to go there. So every year we're getting more and more people from outside Louisiana setting their destination on areas other than New Orleans. 3 years ago, I had the lieutenant governors in New Orleans and said, y'all need to come back for Mardi Gras. And they said, well, I'm not bringing my kids to the French Quarter. And that's when, you know, I realized a lot of people didn't realize all the family-friendly Mardi Gras we have all over Louisiana. And we really grew our promotion of Mardi Gras all over Louisiana, and it's starting to have a really economic impact as well as an exposure impact for communities all over Louisiana.
Let me follow up on that Mardi Gras, because, you know, we know millions come for Mardi Gras. Do they then come back? What do they see when they're here for Mardi Gras that they go, you know, I want to make another trip to New Orleans, or I want to make another trip to Louisiana because I saw something I really want to explore? I know the food's at the top of the list, but there are other things too, right?
You know, I just came back from a luncheon we hosted in Canada for all the media up there. And I asked them, and I said, what do people say when but the one thing that it keeps coming back to is the way we treat people from out of town. We treat strangers like their family. So they leave with a warm and fuzzy feeling, and usually a friend for life. And you want to keep coming back and seeing your friends. And so when they go back home and tell people, whether it be Mardi Gras or a fair, a festival, how incredibly friendly and hospitable we are, people want to come experience that. Besides the food, the music, the culture, is this lagniappe. But it's the people here in Louisiana that treat people so kind. So that's why I tell people these record tourism numbers are Louisiana's numbers, because it's the people that make people keep coming back time and time again.
This Mardi Gras season, how lucky are you, is basically the Billy Nungesser busy season. Just off the top of your head, what's the next couple of weeks look like for you?
Well, I'll be back up in Shreveport, actually. Next week, I'll be there Wednesday through Friday for the police jury conference, and I'll be speaking to the Bossier Lions Club up there. And in between, stopping off in Alexandria, Lafayette. And then on Mardi Gras Day, we'll have a bunch of writers and bloggers, like, as I said, riding in the August parade this year, and then we'll move that around to a different Mardi Gras celebration every year.
Pardon me just a second. So basically, if we get in touch with your folks, there's a pretty good chance we could get you in studio one day next week.
I absolutely will make that happen. Love to see you guys, and look forward to a great Mardi Gras season.